Migration, they say, is as natural as breathing. History, in its broadest aspect, is a record of people moving from one environment to another. Here we are finding ourselves in Wellington, a beautiful town set in the wide valley between the Brendan and Blackdown Hills in the southwestern part of England. My name is Phillip Asiawo, and in this short film, I explore the intriguing stories and experiences of people who through migration now reside in this beautiful town. So first of all, can you tell me your name and what you do for a living?
My name is Adebi Michael Adenioye. I own the restaurant Embassy. I am a practice manager for a psychologist practice in South Africa.
Can you tell me how and why you came to live here in Wellington?
It's been in the plan for a while now to move to the UK. And when my wife got a job to work as a psychologist in Wellington, it just felt like the appropriate time to move with our family. And yes, that's how we found ourselves in Wellington.
We came into the UK as a student. My wife had an admission in University for Creative Arts in Farnham. She studied film studies. So fortunately, her sister, that's my sister-in-law, based in Wellington. So obviously, while you're coming from the UK, that'll be your number one contact person. So now I'm in Wellington.
He got a job here.
Coming into the UK, yes, was my choice. But settling in Wellington, I wouldn't say it's something that I planned. I came here because I was posted by my employers. I had a friend, a colleague who had already settled in Wellington, and he actually gave me the thumbs up that it's a nice place to move to.
What birthed the idea of establishing a restaurant here in Wellington?
Okay, so the idea came after about 3 months when we got here. In South Africa, we wanted to open an African restaurant, and we have a lot of that. But getting to Wellington, we realized that there's a significant gap for Africans in Wellington, where there is no place to get your food cooked. More importantly, there's no place to congregate, to sit down, have a drink, and just talk. So we started working on that to say, okay, how do we fill this gap? How do we create a space where people can get authentic African food, home-cooked food, and still be able to meet other people and talk? And yeah, that's how we came about this.
Trying to settle in here has not been easy. First, it was accommodation. After that, it was job. So trying to get job. It's not been really easy, but we're gradually settling in.
In Nigeria, I never thought of searching for a job.
Because he had a business.
I had my business. I sell automobiles in Nigeria. So it's like a strange thing for me, applying, going on Indeed, putting my CV together, looking for jobs here and there.
And then it's really competitive here.
Yeah, and even with the background of was the first aiding in Nigeria, it headed me into health sector back now in the UK.
Initially, it was a very difficult choice that I made. It wasn't easy, especially talking about adaptation. Everything was new, virtually new. I have to try as much as possible to adjust to the conditions here, climate or the weather that I met, the environment, the people I met, as well as the food. Yeah, most importantly. The time I came in 2021 January was around the time that we were at the peak of the pandemic. There was lockdown and everything was strange. Even commuting from one place to the other, going to work was very difficult because you don't get buses to go with, and most of the time you have to walk, and it was very cold. About 2 weeks into my stay, I contracted COVID, and it was a very serious one as well. And that particular time, I think I regretted coming. So it was a struggle.
How challenging was making this dream a reality?
Most of the things we take for granted in Africa when operating a business, it doesn't work here. Compliance is key. We've had to deal with the council, planning permissions, and all of that. But I guess the community, just having people walk past and ask us what we're about to do, and random people praying for us, it's made the challenge worth it. It's been really good. The reception has been great. We've had people who, at some point in their life, they've probably visited Africa. So they'll tell you, oh no, I've been to this place. Do you have a food from there? Do you have anything from there? And you can tell the community is very receptive of the new restaurant. Everyone says, oh no, we would come check it. We'll come over the weekend. We'll bring friends and family. So the reception has been quite good for a new business and for one that is not even known in this part of the UK.
It's good to try new things, the likes of mac and cheese, mashed potato,
Toast and beans.
toast, and it's lovely anyway. It's good to try new delicacies. Yeah, so it's not bad. It's all right.
But we're able to get help with some African stores and African restaurants like this one. So we don't really miss African foods that
yeah.
much because we're able to get to the store to get the food and we're able to cook it ourselves. So yeah, we are pretty cool with the food.
What kinds of food do you serve here?
We mainly sell West African dishes from Ghana, Nigeria, and we have days where we offer South African dishes. And for our Zimbabwean families too, we offer Zimbabwean food. But more importantly, our embassy is a place where you can come from any part of the world. That's why we've called it our embassy. You can come from any part of the world and introduce your food to us, and we will find a way to put it on the menu.
What were some of the things you were doing that is different that you had to struggle to cope with when you came?
Back home, there's so much respect for elders.
Right.
Like we don't call them by their first name.
Exactly.
So when I got here, it was really strange. Although I've learned about this culture, all along. I know that we use first name things here, but seeing somebody really elderly and then I have to say, Bet, hi Bet. I felt really weird. But then that's how the system is. You address people with their first names because that is the culture. So we had to, adapt with it.
And another important one is, there's this thing about eye contact when you're talking. Back in Africa, let me see. When you're talking to an elderly person, you don't look them.
You don't look them in the eye.
It's like a disrespect. So at times you just have to. At times it makes you feel like you're timid or you don't know what you want to say.
Or you're shy or something.
Just trying to adapt to the white culture. And when you want to talk, let's look at me, my eyes and you. Let's talk.
At workside, we are being fed. They give us lunch. So in the morning, the lady came to me with a menu. The only thing I saw that sounded familiar to me was pasta. So I said, oh, give me pasta. So in the afternoon, the food came. I saw my name on one of the packs. I picked it. I opened it and it was pasta. Then I asked her, where is the stew? Then she said, did you order for stew? I said, well, I thought it comes with stew. He said, no, here if you say pasta, you get pasta. If you want stew, you have to order for pasta and stew. So I said, oh, who will cook pasta without preparing stew? So back home, when we cook rice, it goes with pasta stew. Whatever we do, if it's soup or stew, you don't need to ask for it. Once you say this is how much I'm buying, they know the combinations they will do for you. So it's strange.
It doesn't matter where you're from. Even if you're from any part of the world, you can come in here and you will have something to it.
So it's open to non-Africans?
It is open to non-Africans.
Have you had non-Africans patronize the place already?
To be fair, we've had more non-Africans patronize us. The British people have proven to be quite curious when it comes to food. So they want to see. We've had people order 5 different things off the menu just so they can see what it is. So it's been great. Financially, it was daunting. I mean, we took over a grade 2 listed building and that hadn't been open for about 4 years before we took it. So it was really bad in here. It was a lot of dust. So financially, it was draining. Physically and mentally, it's also draining. But yeah, it took a lot. It took a lot from us.
Do you say it's worth it?
Just the reception we've gotten. It's not so much about the money. Have we made our money back? No, we're not even close to that yet. But the reception and people being able to come in here, it's made it worth it.
Right. I know you've been living here for about 2 years now. What would you say you love about Wellington?
My first idea about Wellington is like a settlement for the older people. It's just now that you see people of middle age, you see different colors in Wellington now. I learned in some years back it's all all British. Now you have more of Africans now. Well, it makes everything cool, and you have people to interact with. There's something about Africa. In Africa, you have neighbors around you. You can say, "Hello, how you doing there? You okay? You good?"
We check
you can
up
go
on each
into
other.
their house, have some dinner together, have some. But the British style is not like that. You hardly know your neighbors at times. So
I don't know. I don't actually know.
So,
We've
so
not
I
met.
think, I think with the Africans coming into Wellington now, it's and
makes
I'm saying the culture is getting synchronizing now, even with the white community as well.
Initially, I thought probably I would be leaving after a year or so, but I have grown to like Wellington because it's quite peaceful here, very peaceful. The people are also friendly. It's like a family. They know each other, they support people in your community. So Wellington is a town that I have become accustomed to, and I think that I might spend a lot more years here.
What is your name?
My name is Melvin.
You go to a local school here in Wellington. What grade are you in?
I am in grade 1.
What is your best subject?
My best subject is history. I like learning about old toys and new toys.
Do you like your new school?
The class is nice, the teachers are good, and they give us iPad to play with.
Have you made any friends?
Yeah,
What are their names?
Zach, Frederick, and Jeremy.
What are your hobbies?
Playing games.
Who is your best teacher?
Mrs. Rolfe.
What would you like to be in future?
An astronaut.
Instead of losing heaven, I must look to the day when it's no more raining. I'll be home at last. I've been dreaming of the city, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. I've been dreaming of the city, Jerusalem, my home right up in the sky.
It's basically a singing group, and it's comprises of people who just love to sing. And then we figured, okay, so why not just gather, come together, and then sing, do what we love to do best. People will hear our voices whilst we are enjoying what we are doing, because we obviously love to sing. So essentially, we work at the same place, and I told one person who told the other person who told the other person, and we were able to converge a couple of times. We are hoping to get people from the community, but until then, we are going to be the few people from the same workplace.
Are you Lord God Almighty? What is the Lamb? What is the Lamb? Amen. Amen.
Well done.
That was good.
Thank you. Okay. So that means let's do the whole Jemia dance.